Hello! I've recently retired and I'm finally getting a chance to use all the woodworking equipment I've got and try and figure out all this woodworking. My first project is going to be an ornamental box. I'm going to make a small box out of walnut and maple. It'll have a simple inlay on it. We're going to try and make the inlay. We're going to cut the box. We're going to cut all the wood. I'm going to be resawing wood to get thinner boards. We're going to do the whole kit caboodle. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure all this out, but I would love to have you with me if you'd like to join the adventure. In this project, we'll be using the bandsaw considerably. In my last project, I cut up a bunch of logs, made a big mess of the bandsaw. I actually dulled a blade, had to buy a new blade and all that. So what we're going to do to start with is clean the bandsaw up and make sure it's all straight. Cleaning up what little rust we've got here and oiling down the surface. We're going to replace the blade. We're going to check for drift on the blade and get the whole thing ready just to be able to start cutting some wood. So we're going to take the current blade off. There's nothing really wrong with it, it's just dull. There. Oh my, oh shoot. Look at there. One bandsaw blade. So far what I've done is I've vacuumed everything out, I've removed the guides, cleaned up everything I could from a vacuuming point of view, taken off the blade. Now you see I picked up some rust here on the tabletop, so I'm going to clean the rust up. I'm using this stuff. I bought it off Amazon. It seems to work fine. I realized this stuff really stinks. It's probably killing me. So I decided to put a mask on. But once you spray it on, then it really does kind of just wipe off. You have to do a bit of scrubbing. Sandpaper. There we go. What is this? I think this is this. The 220 grit. It's leftover sandpaper from something. Okay, this is taking it right off. Once you got the major bits of rust off, you're going to just basically wipe it down good. This came with the same thing. Again, I bought this at Amazon. On Amazon, they actually came as a kit. So this cleans the rust off, and this supposedly provides protection. Wipe it down and wipe it off really good. I've got the new saw blade. We're going to put the saw blade in. One of the tricks is always make sure you got it so that the blades on this side, the points are going down, or it doesn't saw terribly well. So it's always the tricky bit of getting it through the thing. Oh, there we go. Then we turn it out, you'll see the blade's pointing down. So that goes right there. I do it. This is a 3/4 inch blade, which is good for resawing and cutting through wood that way. Okay, this is always the scary part when you put a new blade on. Is it gonna spew at you or something like that? Here we go. And you never do that. Forget of course, y'all would never forget was one of the safety covers. Okay, so there we go. The next thing we need to do is set the drift. Every bandsaw blade has, the way it's in the guides and the way it's on the wheel and all of that can have a slightly different angle to it. And so what you do is you adjust the fence such that it's at the exact same angle as the blade itself. So what you have to do is actually use the blade to determine this. So what we'll do is we'll cut a piece. I got a piece of lumber here. This old scrap wood. It's got to have a good straight edge on it. And the theory is what you'll do is we'll draw a line down the board, and then we cut down that line so we know we're just freehand cutting down the line, so we know we're cutting exactly to the straightness of the blade itself. And then we'll use that to set the fence. So I'm going to make that a 2. Make that a 2. Alright, take this. So I have a straight line here. I'm going to cut about halfway down. free-handed, and then we'll use that to set the fence. I'm holding down the board so it doesn't move. In theory, I have cut a straight line, and now this end here will define what the correct line on the fence is. So now that I got it, I'm going to take a pencil and I'm just scratching a line right along this straight edge. Alright, so pull it out. So now I have this pencil mark, and I can use the pencil mark to determine how close I am to, so I'm a little bit off, so the back, oops, these up. Alright, that's good and straight, or good and solid. From there, we're gonna, let's see, I'll look at everything else, make sure I haven't forgotten something, anything, but then we're gonna start cutting wood. And look at that beautiful piece of lumber right there. Isn't that the prettiest thing you saw? Looks pretty straight. I am very happy with that. Now we start to talk about cutting walnut. I've cut this piece down. This is about 8 inches by 11 and a half inches. Next I'm going to put it on the planer and flatten it out a bit. To this point I've milled all the lumber down. I cut it all down to a beautiful block. Now for you people who may have noticed that the beautiful piece of walnut I was talking about has turned into a piece of maple, that's because I actually did cut the thing and I had it all set up, and I had both cameras up. Did a beautiful job. Unfortunately, I didn't turn the main camera on. So I have a lot of really lovely pictures of the blade as it pushes through, and me talking, but me talking not looking at anybody. So it's a bit not quite a fiasco. Let's see, I did cut it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that this is the walnut, just cause I got no other options. So what we're going to do, I've got this set up. I've got it set up so that I'm using the feather board, this feather board actually as a stop. This one, the walnut, actually I cut it at 1/4 inch. This one I'm trying to get just a little above 1/8 of an inch. I'll be using these for the liners. Once the box is built, we'll put liners on the inside of it, of this lighter wood. I'm hoping to get 4 off of this. And look at this beautiful piece of wood. It's a little over 1/8 of an inch. It's exactly the width I wanted. So I'm very happy with that. So let's go ahead and do the next one. So let's push the fence up So we can push this right up using the feather board as a stop. We can do that, and then I'm going to cut more boards. So looky there, we have 4 beautiful pieces of thin wood we can use. Like I say, we'll use these inside the boxes. Anyway, very happy with the results. Turned out very good. We now have the inner, we have the outside of the box, we have the inside of the box, and I believe we need to get to build a box. I'm now done with the resawing portion of this project. We now have lumber to work with to build our box. And so this video was to cut the lumber and to get the saw in shape. The next video we'll be talking about the building the box and creating the inlay, because we're trying to somewhat detailed inlay for the box. So I hope you come back. Please click like if you like the video. Also, please click subscribe, and then you can be in the little notification bell, and then you'll know when we get the next couple of episodes up. I appreciate it. Have a good day.